Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something right now. What we're watching in these 2025 NBA playoffs, especially out of them Indiana Pacers, is something I haven't seen since the heyday of the Alobe City Clippers, and even then, they only did it once. The Pacers? They done did it twice. Back-to-back miracles. Down 9 in the final minutes of Game 2? No problem. Down 7 in the final 50 seconds of overtime in a win-or-go-home Game 5 against the Bucks? That's a death sentence for most teams. But not this group. Not Tyrese Halliburton. Not these Indiana Pacers. Now sit back and buckle up, because UNC got a story to tell. And it ain't just about basketball. It's about fight. It's about redemption. It's about how the heart of a small market team just might shake up the whole Eastern Conference. Let's not act like this came out of nowhere. The Pacers were sending smoke signals all season long, but folks was too busy looking at the Celtics, Bucks, Sixers, and yes, the Cavaliers, to notice what Rick Carlisle was cooking in Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton, that young man is special. I'm talking about a basketball mind with the audacity of Steph Curry and the vision of Chris Paul. They finished strong, ended the regular season with a 3-1 record over the Cleveland Cavaliers. And you want to say, oh, but 2 of those games were late season throwaways. Okay, cool. But it ain't luck when you see the same result 4 times. That's a trend. That's dominance. And they brought that confidence into the postseason. Let's rewind to the first round, Game 5 against the Milwaukee Bucks. Pacers down 7 in the final 50 seconds of overtime. That's right, not regulation overtime. If you watch basketball, you know that's when the air is tight, legs are gone, and only the heart survives. And guess who showed up? Halliburton with the dagger, Miles Turner with the defense, Benedict Mathurin, the rookie with ice in his veins, hitting free throws like a 10-year vet. That comeback. Only one other team in NBA playoff history has pulled that off. Those 2014 Clippers. But Indiana, they ain't just doing it once. They're doing it twice in the same postseason. You can fake that kind of mental toughness. Now let's fast forward to this Cleveland series. Game 2. The Cavs had M on the ropes. Up 111 with 119-111 with under a minute to go. That's curtains for most squads. But the Pacers said, not today. A 9-2 run. Tight defense. And then Halliburton, this man pulled up from the suburbs of Indianapolis and drained a 3 with the clock gasping its last breath. That shot, that wasn't just a game winner. That was a statement. That was the Pacers saying, you thought the Bucks comeback was a fluke? Watch this. And the Cavs? Let's call it what it is. They folded. A team that started the season with a 15-game win streak got outpaced by a team built on resolve, not rep. Y'all remember when folks was questioning that trade with Sacramento? Thought the Kings fleeced Indiana? I bet they ain't saying nothing now. Halliburton's not just the best player on the Pacers. He's one of the smartest and most unselfish stars in the game. He's turning into what Steve Nash was for Phoenix. But he's doing it younger and louder. His clutch play, his leadership, his ability to stay poised, even when the house is on fire. That's the stuff of legends. I see a future MVP candidate. I see a future MVP candidate. I see a finals MVP in the making. You heard it here first. It ain't just Halliburton though. This team is deeper than a Kendrick Lamar verse. Miles Turner is swatting everything like he mad at the ball. TJ McConnell's coming off the bench like a pit bull on espresso. And let's talk about Aaron Nesmith and Obi Toppin. Those boys are playing their roles to perfection. Every time someone doubts this team, another name steps up. Carlisle got these guys playing connected, tough, and hungry. That's how you win in May and June. Let's be real. The Eastern Conference been a 3-horse race for years. Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly. Sometimes Miami sneak in there. But now, the Pacers done kicked the door open with steel-toed boots. They already ended Giannis' postseason early. Now they up 2-0 on a Cavs team that was supposed to be the deepest, most complete team in the East. If they keep this up, shoot, the whole East better wake up. Only one other team has had two comebacks of this magnitude in playoff history. The 2014 Clippers. That team had Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. That was prime Lob City, but they only did it once in a single postseason. Indiana, they're rewriting history. They're doing it twice. They're doing it against top-tier competition. This ain't no fluke. This is a team with the heart of champions. Even if the jewelry ain't on their fingers yet, they taking this 2-0 lead back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Y'all ever been to Indy during playoff time? That building shakes like a washing machine on spin cycle. It ain't glamorous. It ain't Hollywood. But it's home. And them Pacers gon' ride that home energy like a Harley down I-70. If the Cavs don't come with something different in games 3 and 4, this series might not even see game 5. Indiana smell blood. One of the biggest factors behind the Indiana Pacers' success is the deep connection between the team and the community. In a city that isn't a major media hub or a big market team like New York or Los Angeles, Pacers fans have always stood by their team. They support the Pacers not just because of the wins, but because of the relentless fighting spirit the team embodies. In a city that isn't the most attractive destination for superstars, the Pacers have built a team not around one big-name player, but a solid and unified roster. The Pacers fan base has been their greatest source of energy, an energy that helps the players perform with intensity and passion on the court. The Indianapolis community is the heart of this franchise, and it gives the players the motivation to keep pushing, no matter the odds. What Indiana is achieving isn't just about talented players. It's about how a team from a small market can make a big impact in a league where the big markets typically hold the advantage. Their upset against the Cleveland Cavaliers, a team that has been dominant all season, is a noteworthy event because it proves that being from a small market doesn't mean you can't compete with the best. In a league dominated by teams from major cities with big contracts and A-list superstars like Giannis Antetokounmpo or LeBron James, the Pacers have shown that with unity, sharp strategy, and resilience, they can beat teams considered superior. This has become a story of proving that being from a smaller market doesn't make you any less capable of achieving greatness. While the victories over Cleveland and Milwaukee are major milestones in the Pacers' journey, the road ahead won't be easy. If they continue to advance through the playoffs, they'll be facing powerhouse teams like the Boston Celtics or Miami Heat. However, based on their current form, this team isn't intimidated. Sure, they'll face more challenges, but it is a team capable of causing a big upset this season. It's the Indiana Pacers. Each game they play is a testament to their perseverance, belief, and the strength of their collective effort. If they continue to play with this mentality, they could very well end up making an unforgettable run. I keep telling folks, playoffs ain't about the best team on paper. It's about the most resilient team, the team that can take a punch and throw two more back. That's the Pacers right now. They're not just winning games, they're taking souls. You don't come back from the dead twice by accident. You do that with guts. You do that with leadership. You do that with a locker room that believes. And if they keep believing, you better believe this team can make a finals run. And I ain't just saying that for hot takes. I'm saying it because it's true. Indiana Pacers. Small market, big heart, and right now, the biggest moments belong to them. Shannon Sharpe.
Hello, xin chào tất cả mọi người. Hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn mọi người gấp một chú gấu nha. Mời cùng bắt tay và gấp với mình nha. Đây là những dụng cụ mà mình đã chuẩn bị để mình làm nhé mọi người. Mình đã chuẩn bị một tờ giấy màu vàng và một cây bút dạ và một cái kéo nha. Mọi người có thể tham khảo những dụng cụ mình chuẩn bị để mọi người chuẩn bị nhá. Bây giờ mọi người cùng bắt tay và làm với mình nha. Mình sẽ gấp chéo tờ giấy lại để mình tạo hình vuông nha mọi người. Đây là cách tạo hình vuông thông thường nha. Tiếp theo là mình sẽ dùng kéo mình cắt nha. Mình gấp đôi tờ giấy lại. Tiếp theo là mình lại gấp đôi vào nha. Bên này mình cũng gấp chéo vào nha. Phần này mình sẽ gấp vào đây nha. Tiếp theo là mình sẽ gấp vào đây. Bên này mình cũng gấp vào đây nha. Mình được như này rồi nha. Tiếp theo phần này mình sẽ gấp lên. Tiếp theo mình sẽ gấp xuống như này nha. Phần này mình sẽ gấp xuống dưới nha.